Hello, Leo, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your mid-April tarot forecast, and your theme for mid-April is the Hanged Woman. So, suspension, sacrifice, stagnation, but also like that feeling of stuckness, not really being able to go anywhere. But you know, when we're stuck and we're not doing this, doing that, and keeping ourselves busy, our ego is not so distracted and we're more present with ourselves. Now, this will also allow you to see things from a different perspective, maybe from a bigger perspective in a sense. And I feel like, you know, with this card, especially like being very flexible and just kind of waiting it out, like patience. You just need patience. And everything will fall into place in the long run, but you're not going anywhere right now. Or maybe not doing as much as you used to, and it can be a little bit tough, but like I think that, you know, the Hanged Man forces us to gain so much wisdom and a new perspective and clarity of mind. Okay, so I've got 3 different decks and I've shuffled them all off camera, and I'm just showing you that I'm cutting them. I've got my Tarot of the Cat People, Thoth, and Mystic Mondays deck. And I've got my representing what's happening on the surface, beneath the surface, and advice cards. Okay, and then definitely make sure you stick around until the end, because you pick your own destiny cards and you use your intuition for that. And if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I definitely see some disappointment, but it's actually this disappointment that's really going to allow you to become like a new version of yourself. Okay, so I feel like first I'll show you what's happening on the surface for each week, and then I'll show you week by week with the cards beneath the surface, etc. So we've got during the 3rd week the Queen of Wands energy, and your advice, and the 4th week is the 9 of Swords energy. Okay, so this is someone who, so during the 3rd week, I feel like you're feeling really great, you're feeling really strong. The Queen of Wands is very authentic and like real and honest and definitely sincere. Like she's always true to herself, but also like has deep compassion and really does care about other people, and is the type of person to, like, you know, put their neck out for someone else and stick up for someone who, you know, maybe can't stick up for themselves. So they really do care about the little guy as well. So I feel like either this is your energy or the energy of like someone around you that's really like feeding into your energy, right? For the 3rd week. But I feel like during the 4th week, there's going to be a real disappointment. Like you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why was that? And it's stressful because swords are mind, which means stress, so stressful thoughts, things like that. But this is an experienced warrior, someone who's been fighting a lot, mostly like with words overall, and maybe messages and written word and things like that. And they're just actually at the point where they're like, was this worth it? Was everything that I sacrificed, all the relationships I sacrificed, everything, was it all worth it? It's like this crisis of your whole life, like. But you'll see what's happening beneath the surface, and you'll see why it's actually really important to your growth. Okay, so now I'm going to show you just the 3rd week. So like I said, on the surface, we've got the Queen of Wands energy. Beneath the surface, we've got the Ace of Discs or Pentacles, and your advice is the Knight of Pentacles. So this, to me, speaks volumes. So I feel like that you have a new way of making money, or a new opportunity of a place to live, or something like physical with your body, something like that. And you have what it takes to embrace this new start. I feel like with this wand energy, it's very, very fiery. It can be very here, there, and everywhere. It can be very spontaneous, but your advice card is actually the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the opposite of spontaneous. So as an advice card, right, it may have been your spiritual energy and your inspiration and your joy that actually manifested this new opportunity for money or a place to live or work or something like that, right? But even though it was this energy that created this opportunity, your advice is to actually take this opportunity and be so practical and realistic that it's boring. You need to take this opportunity and have zero risk. So if this was a bit of money that you want to invest, it's like as low risk as possible. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to take like very small steps, small realistic steps, and come up with like a schedule, come up with long-term, short-term, medium-term plans. Like, be so sensible and practical that you're like boring. That's what you need to do with this new opportunity, okay? Now, during the 4th week, I'll show you what we've got. Okay, so like I said, on the surface, we've got the 9 of Swords, disappointment. You're probably feeling really bummed out and you're all like, poor me. But what's great is beneath the surface, we've got art. Art is also known as temperance. So like, you will be taking this disappointment and you will be incorporating it into your being. I feel like because you're not able to like run away or go anywhere, it's going to force you to see things from a new perspective, and that's very important. There's no avoiding your problems, no avoiding your disappointment, no avoiding your stress for this period of time, okay? So this is finding balance, this is patience, and you know, there's so much patience needed in this one as well, right? In this card as well, right? So yeah, just, it's great. It's really, really great. Baby steps, definitely. Your advice is the Chariot. Move on. Do not stick around with this. This disappointment that's caused you a lot of mental stress, okay, has allowed you to grow and become like a new version of yourself with this new lesson that you've learned, right? So take what you've learned and move on. Like, this is you, right? The Chariot, okay, is Cancer energy. So yeah, just be yourself, pick a new goal and go for it, okay? It might not be physical movement, but yeah, you needed this stuckness. You needed to not be able to escape from your disappointment and your stress so that you could actually stop avoiding this aspect of yourself, incorporate it, and you're actually more powerful, because with this lesson, you're becoming like a more powerful version of yourself. That's really cool. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and you are going to pick your own destiny cards. So what is it that you think you are going to be disappointed with? What's this new opportunity that is coming your way? Yeah, please let me know. Like, do you have that feeling of stuckness, you know, with the Hanged Woman energy? I mean, I think a lot of people probably have that energy right now, but like, how is it with you? How do you feel stuck? I love reading your comments, so please do comment below. All right, let's see. If you picked one, let's see what we've got. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, I think I'm getting this. So on the surface, we've got the 2 of Cups. This is a soulmate connection. This could be like a really awesome friend, but it could also be a lover where you've got, you know, equal power, equal give and take. Like, it's a very mutual respect kind of card. They're the same height, similar dress, etc. Beneath the surface, we've got the 10 of Wands, oppression. Feel like, are you stressed about this? Are you feeling like you are a lot of responsibility, obligation, duty, and this is too much for you? Like, oh my God, are you afraid of commitment? Are you afraid of falling for this person? Do you feel like relationships are a battle and you have to fight and it takes so much energy? Do you not want the burden of a relationship? Are you holding back from really connecting with this person? This is a soulmate connection, by the way. That can be for good or for not good, right? But this is a soulmate connection, so. Sorry, Leo, I think I referred to you as Cancer before. Anyways, but yeah, you have Cancer energy with this card. Whoops. Okay, so your advice is to go for it. Like, this is a new opportunity for new love. You two really do have a lot of love for one another, and you really, really, really need to embrace it. So just embrace it. There is this new potential. If you are feeling stressed about the situation, if you are feeling energetically blocked, ask people for help, ask people for guidance, talk to people, right? But I would 100% go for whatever this connection is, okay? If you pick 2, let's see what we got. Damn. Alrighty then. So if you pick 2 on the surface, we've got the 6 of Pentacles. Beneath the surface, we've got the 8 of Cups, indolence, and your advice card is the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like you might be in the public service kind of industry, like you work with the public, or you work with, maybe you volunteer or something, or maybe just in your community, you're like helping people out a lot. Like you don't necessarily have that much, but you give what you can. This is a very giving card. But I feel like you don't really find it, I feel like you just want to give up on it. You don't really have good energy about this. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm tired of like giving so much. I'm tired of like not having that much and giving so much of what I have. Like, you might just be getting fed up with it. And I feel like, you know, your advice card is the 10 of Pentacles. Like, it is okay to want to have enough money, land, investment security, or whatever it is, so that you have security. Like the 10 of Pentacles is security, right? Do you feel sometimes like you give more than what you can give? It's okay to give up on that, because I feel like energetically you are kind of like giving up on that. You might be doing this more out of duty and obligation, but you are allowed to, you know, have a lot and create security for yourself, okay? If you pick 3, let's see what we've got. Okay. All right. So if you picked 3, this might be the whole kind of giving up thing, related to the giving up thing with the 9 of Swords, and I'll tell you why. So on the surface, we've got the 5 of Cups. Beneath the surface, we've got the Emperor, possible Aries influence, and 6 of Pentacles is your advice card. So I feel like there's a relationship that's not necessarily working. It could be romantic, it could be friendship, it could be family, whatever, right? But there used to be emotional fulfillment, and there's really not much anymore. And both of you are on completely different pages, and I feel like one of you is so stubborn, like authoritarian, just overreaching boundaries. And I'm just getting the vibe that maybe they just like they just overstep the boundaries so much. And I feel like you need to get back into balance. So your advice is the 6 of Pentacles, right? You might want to meditate, but you need to actually like make sure you're eating right and exercising. You need to have balance within yourself. And I feel like this person makes you feel emotionally unbalanced because they are overstepping. This relationship argument or whatever, it doesn't necessarily need to be the end, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you guys at the moment are not on the same page, okay? That's it. And it might be causing you to put up your boundaries a lot more, right? But yeah, just do your best to just remember that, like, easier said than done, but do your best to remember that, you know, love ebbs and flows like the waves, like air enters and exits your lungs, and, you know, there's light and there's dark, things come and they go, arguments come and then they go, love comes, love goes. Like, just try and get into balance of that you're never going to just be 100% happy all of the time. Sometimes arguments are part of a relationship. In fact, I don't know one relationship where people have never had an argument, right? So just, it doesn't mean that things are going to be shit forever at all. What it does mean is that, like, it's an opportunity to grow and just to find your balance again, okay? All right, if that, I hope that was helpful. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all in the description below. I do monthly, mid-monthly readings, so definitely make sure that you're subscribed and comment what resonated with you. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. Oh my gosh, look, we have that 10 of Wands again for if you picked 1 for your destiny cards. It is okay to ask for help. You don't have to do everything on your own, nor should you. This is not self-love. If there's too much, if you feel like you're doing too much duty, obligation, you really do need to prioritize what's actually important and ask for help. You should not be doing this alone, and do not expect yourself to do it alone. That is self-hate. You need to practice self-love. All right? Take care of yourself. See you later. Bye.